Welcome to another reading vlog. I'm going to be reading The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas, and this one's been popular on TikTok for so long, and I just wanted to see I literally just took the bookmark out of the page it was at, but I wanted to see what the hype was all about. I'm on chapter 2 so far. The dynamic between the main character, Lena, and the guy, what's his name? Aaron. It's reminding me a lot of the hating game between Lucy and I forget the name of the main guy in that, but that guy, because they are both at work and they both don't really like each other. It's not revealed why, but he offered to be her date for a wedding, her upcoming sister's wedding in Spain, which is amazing. And then she's like, no. I'm thinking she needs to quit this job because they want her to put on an event, and they were like, I'm assuming it's predominantly males who are in this, and they're like, you are young and cute, you won't even have to use your brain all that much, which makes literally no sense, because putting on an event for work, especially one that is from 8 a.m. till 12 p.m. at night, that would be a lot of work. She's gonna have to get catering for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So the reason that she doesn't like Aaron is because Aaron's like the main guy, by the way. I don't know if I said that before, but it's because when she first arrived at this company, she overheard him talking to someone, probably an upper manager or something, saying that he would rather work with anyone but her. And she thought it was about her. I don't know, maybe it was about someone else, but that's why she doesn't like him, and they've kind of bickered ever since and don't really get along ever since then. And that was only the second day that she worked at the company that she overheard that. So then she was like, who are you to judge me literally after 2 days of meeting me? Okay, so she's not the only one who needs a fake date to something, because he's asking her to pretend date for an event that he has, and she's going to agree to it. So he's going to go to the wedding, she's going to go to this event, and so we have the fake dating trope in this, which was a trope that I wasn't super into. I recently read the Love Hypothesis, and my friend let me borrow it, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna really like this. I don't love the fake dating trope, but it was actually really good. So I knew this was fake dating going into it too, so we'll see if I like it as well. I've heard really good things about it though. She thinks to herself, or talks out loud to herself a lot of times in Spanish, so I keep having to go on my phone and look up what she's saying, because I don't know Spanish, and it's already auto-filled in Google, so other people are doing the same thing. I feel like he's giving little clues that he likes her or has liked her for a long time, because he said, what did he say that was he definitely liked her before? Oh, he said, being your friend has always been the last thing on your mind. And I'm thinking that he's thinking that he's actually meaning he wanted to be more than friends with her and not just friends, if that makes sense. Lena's all upset because he said the friend thing, I never wanted to be your friend or whatever, but she's taking it the wrong way, I think, because like I said before, I'm pretty sure that he's saying it as in he wanted to be more than friends, but she's taking it as an insult, as if he was never interested in even being her friend. So she's annoyed and pissed about that. And I can't remember if I said this at the start or since I've been recording, but her ex-boyfriend is, so she's the maid of honor for her sister's wedding, but the fiance, the sister's soon-to-be husband's best man, is her ex-boyfriend, and I don't think it ended very well. And that ex-boyfriend is also engaged, so for many reasons she just doesn't want to attend this wedding alone, which I totally understand. That sounds like it would suck. But other than that, her family is also kind of pressuring her into moving along with life and finding a partner. So they're in Spain now, and she's very bad at pretending to be a normal girlfriend with him, because just the things she's saying and stuff, literally no one would say that. It's kind of cringe, but I think they're gonna have to, because they were gonna be sleeping in separate rooms, but then he broke the twin bed in the one room, so they're probably gonna have to do a one bed thing. Oh, it also ends up that her one cousin is going to be sharing this apartment with them, so they have to be in the same room. So her sister Isabel is wondering what their meeting story, how her and Aaron met, and he's saying how when they first met they weren't really it wasn't love at first sight or anything, and he kind of was a jerk to her at the start, and he's saying how he regretted it for a long time or whatever until they finally got together. So I think this book is a boy falls first one, because it seems pretty clear that he likes her, which I'm not exactly sure how I feel about that, because I feel like it hasn't been very long, a week maybe, that they've really interacted with each other, and it hasn't been long that he has been with her and talked to her much. And I don't know, I'm it's not insta love because they definitely have known each other for longer. It's been 2 years that they've worked together, but I don't know, it just seems a little bit too fast for my liking. Maybe it's because I just read the Mariana Zapata slow burn, so then this is like a little bit too fast. Yeah, he's definitely into her and she's kind of just freaking out internally, but I think she's also into him too. And here's little Cocoa Puff having a nap on her pad. It's the next day now. I'm on like page 371 and she's asking him how he knows Spanish so well because he's been talking to her parents and her cousins and stuff, and he said how he learned it to come to the wedding. But like, I'm sorry, I can suspend my disbelief to an extent, but like how? Because he knew he was coming to the wedding like a few days, maybe max like 2 weeks before he went, and he's like, oh, they have apps for that. Okay, I've been on Duolingo too, and I don't think that they do it that fast where you can like actually have conversations with someone. Maybe he's just a genius, I don't know. Okay, so he said, it's not like I never learned Spanish before, I did in school. Okay, so I guess that makes a little bit more sense. They're back in the US now, and I really feel like they just glossed over the wedding. Like, I wanted more content, like I want to know what they ate, what the decor was like and stuff, but I feel like it didn't even really happen. Like, it was so fast. She's wondering what they're going to do with the situation now that they have kind of established that they like each other. So he's just saying to her now, the story I told your sister about how we met, I was only speaking the truth. So when he was saying, oh, I always like admired Catalina, and I don't even remember exactly what he said, but he was pretty much saying how he's always like had a thing for her essentially. And now he's saying that when he said to the other person that he would work with anyone but her, he said that because she was a distraction and took away from him focusing, and he panicked and refused to let that happen and have it affect his work. Wasn't it the wall of, I can't remember, but I think this is like the I liked you so much kind of but I couldn't be with you trope, which I am not a fan of. She's kind of upset and she's saying, well, after all this time and like we could have been together, whatever. And he says, and I'd rather have you hating me than not have you at all. Like, is that supposed to be romantic? So Aaron keeps being described when he's walking as like taking strides, and I don't know why in my head, but I'm picturing someone like stride, like it's not cute, but like, so Lena's worried because her last relationship ended poorly because she was a student and she had a relationship with her professor. It was after she was his student, but she was his student nonetheless. And people would spread rumors about her saying how she like got good grades because she was with him or whatever, which wasn't exactly true. But that professor, her ex-boyfriend, he kind of just left her to deal with all of the repercussions of what the relationship caused. So now that Aaron and her work together, she's worried the same thing will happen because the one guy found out that they were kind of a thing, and he made a little comment about her getting cozy with the soon-to-be new boss. So now she's just worried that the same thing's gonna happen, where people think that she's successful because she's like having a relationship with the person above her, like her boss or whatever. But what I think is gonna happen is that he's gonna quit this job and like go to a different place so then they can have a relationship and everything will be normal and fine again, because she hasn't seen him at the office for like 3 days now, or maybe 2, I can't remember exactly. But I think he like quit and is going to go somewhere else so that they can finally be together and not have like the stigma, I guess, of being like the boss and the employee. Okay, so I was definitely wrong. He wasn't gone because he quit. He's gone because he had to fly home because his dad has cancer and he's been in critical state for the last few weeks. Well, I guess he just didn't tell her about that. Okay, so I just finished, and it turns out that he didn't have to quit the job to have them be together. They still worked at the same place at Intech. I feel like I didn't love the dialogue between them all the time. It was, I don't know what about it, but I wasn't a huge fan of that. Overall, I feel like I would give it a 3 stars. Like, it wasn't my favorite, but it was okay. So that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Subscribe to my channel for book content as well as vlogs, and I'll also be doing some school content starting in the fall, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.